Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mo. In today's tutorial, we'll be recreating the stylish dress. If it's something you're interested in, let's get right into it. I'll be making use of this Ankara fabric. You can use two different Ankara or Adire fabric to give it a contrast. Also, my black lining of 3 yards. The front bodice length is 16 inches plus 0.75 allowance to join it at the bottom. Then my armhole measurement is 8.5, under bust is 13.25. Then I left about 1 inch allowance in front to join the center together. I made use of 3 inches for my neck width, but if you want it wider, you can use 3.5 or 4 inches for a plus size person. My back width is 7 inches plus half inch sewing allowance, 7.5. I'm just going to repeat the same process on my chest line. Mark 7.5 as well, then connect the dots together. Come down by 1 inch from the armhole line, then connect the dots together. I marked 6 inches for my neck depth. If you want yours to be really open, just use your chest line or come down by half inch or 1 inch below the chest. On the armhole line, I took the midpoint, which is 3.75. Then I came in by half an inch. Then I'll connect the dots together. My bust is 8.5 inches plus 1.5 sewing allowance. My waist is 7.5 inches plus 1.5 sewing allowance. Then I'm just going to connect the dots together. I'll cut through from the under bust, then add 0.5 sewing allowance on both sides to it. Ensure you fold in the 1 inch allowance we took for the front and cut it on fold like that. So I'm just going to find the midpoint of the lower part and also for the upper part. You can fold your paper like that or use a measuring tape. Anyone works fine. Then fold in your 1 inch allowance, then mark the midpoint, then connect the dots together. So I spread it by 2.5 inches, then added 0.5 sewing allowance to the bottom, and I cut the other one on fold. I closed the 1 inch mark, then I added 0.5 inches. So I'm just going to stitch it down by 1 inches on the side. I took 1.25 for the zipper allowance, then my length is still 16.75 as the front bodice. Back neck width is 7.5 inches, so I'm going to mark it like that and also mark it on the chest line as well. On the waistline, I came in by half an inch because our back is not straight, so I'm just going to connect it to the neckline like that. So I'll take my waist measurement from that new line, which is 7.5 inches plus 1.5 sewing allowance. So I took the bust measurement from the new line, and my bust is 8.5 inches. So I'm just going to take 1.25 inches zipper allowance, then connect the dots together. Please don't forget to add your sewing allowance of 1.5 inches. My neck width is still 3 inches for the back and 1 inch for the depth. So I'm just going to come down by 1 inch for the depth, then connect the dots. So find the midpoint, then connect the dots together. So that's the back panel. So I've turned it with lining. You can see how it is. So I went ahead to sew it down by 1 inch we left earlier on, same as the lining as well. So I'm just going to gather it like that to the lower part. So here is the finished look after joining it together with the main fabric and the lining. So I'm just going to join the back panel with the front panel. Ensure the skirt part is folded like that for the front. Then I'm going to take my waist measurement, which is 7.5 inches. Then I'm going to take my waist to my knee line. Ensure it's between your waist to your knee line because you don't want your butt outside. So then I'm just going to add 1 inch sewing allowance. For the length, I'll add 0.75 to join the upper bodice plus my waist to my ankle measurement plus 1.5 sewing allowance. You can decide to make it 3/4 as well. So I mark 1.25 for the zipper allowance. Then I measured my waist measurement, which is 7.5 inches. Then my waist to my knee length plus 1 inch sewing allowance. So I took the same length as the front. I will take the same measurement I had for the front panel, which is 27.25, but the only difference is that I'll be deducting 0.5 inches in order for me to have the Ankara fabric at the edge on the wrong side after joining. So just deduct like 8 or 9 inches or 10 inches from your total length. So after doing that, I got 37 inches, so I'll be using 37 inches. I'm going to be taking my back measurement I took earlier on, then deduct 0.5 inches. Mind you, don't forget I left 1 inch sewing allowance and I want the wrong edge to be 0.5, showing the fabric. If you have a lot of fabric to play with, you can add 1.5 inches allowance and deduct 0.75 or 0.5 inches to have a lot of Ankara fabric showing on the wrong side. So this is it after cutting it. You can see that I have 0.5 inch on the edge. Take 0.75 inches allowance all the way down like that to join the upper bodies together. Then I mark my waist measurement of 7.5 inches like that. Then you're going to sew it all the way like that, adding your back panel to your front panel. So I have joined the front panel with the back panel together, sewing it from one end like that. The only thing you notice that is open is the waistline. You can see, that's it. So I repeat the same process for the lining like that. So after joining this side, so I'm just going to open it like that, then attach the lining to it at the side. Just watch what I'm doing. So I'm just going to attach the lining to it at the side and sew it down by 0.5 inches. Ensure you match the midpoints together, then sew it down like that. So that's it after sewing it down by 1/2 inch. So I pressed it down with an iron. So this is why I deducted the 0.5 inches to have the fabric effect at the wrong side. In order to turn the wrong side out, I'll be notching that point like that so I can turn it out. I'll also do the same for the second side as well as the lining too. Just watch what I'm doing, please. So I secured the fabric and the lining with a pin all around. And to confirm my waist measurement, I'll just take the waist measurement like that. Then turn the zipper allowance with 0.25 inches to have a neat finishing. Attach the upper bodice to the lower parts. Notch the center to match it and sew with 0.75 inches all the way. Here is it after sewing it down with 0.75 inches sewing allowance. You can see the sides is matching like that. My sleeve length is 25.5, 1 inch for folding at the bottom and 1/2 inch for joining to the bodice. To get the sleeve cap height, bust the wire by 12 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. So I'm just going to use a freehand sketch to connect it like that. Then I'm just going to place my tape roll to confirm my round arm hole. Then I'll cut it out. So here is the finished look after joining the sleeve to the bodies. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share so others can view it. Thanks so much for watching. See you in my next one. Bye.